not a game, it's a rich thing.
So the Unicron trilogy is now the generation of Transformers I am primarily focused on buying. I'll still obviously be buying other stuff in between, but it used to be movie figures from 2007 to 2011, and now I've kind of shifted towards Unicron trilogy grails. So I'm slowly getting there, building up my Unicron trilogy collection again, because I used to have one when I was little. I need to move this closer to my... Okay, I ripped the whole thing off the desk. Boxu is a food subscription service that delivers really cool and really awesome Japanese snacks right to your door. They offer a wide range of different types of snacks you can choose from, along with stuff that's exclusive to their very box. And they are also giving away free tickets to Japan, which is amazing. Using the link in the description down below, you can see all of the different terms and conditions and how you enter, how many people can enter to win, how many people can win, etc., etc. So all that will be linked in the description down below. And use ToyGuy10 for 10% off your first subscription. Now, per doing all of this, I also have to try the snacks. However, you guys seem to like it when my dad does it instead of me. So here's my dad trying the snacks for your entertainment.
Is this the peach one?
No, that's the mama one. Mom ate all the peach ones.
Oh. Very squishy. Interesting. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I like it.
What does it taste like?
I don't know. It's got like a little bit of it's got like a fruit type flavor, but I'm not sure what type of fruit it is. But
it's fruity.
It's fruity, yeah, that's for sure. They don't expire till next August. No.
It is currently December.
Yeah.
That I was expecting it to be red. I'm not gonna lie.
You look really interesting.
You like them?
Got another one.
And once again, that is ToyGuy10 for 10% off your first subscription. And thank you very much, Boxu, for sponsoring today's video. And now I'm going to plug this back into my desk onto the actual video. But Jetfire is one of those characters I want all three versions of their main incarnations from Unicron trilogy. That way, like Armada being super expensive and the Energon one being lower on my list. Cybertron was the easiest to come by for a decent price. And here it is, and I'm so happy to have it. It's not without its flaws, and we will talk about them, but it's a fun toy that's really hampered by, well, one fatal flaw. And that flaw is the feet. They have a locking point, sort of. However, due to the way they transform and the sheer amount of back kibble he has, he loves to fall backwards, like all the time. And this being a used copy doesn't really help that factor, but he loves to do backflips. The other flaw that I have is the backpack, because of all the gimmicks and electronics and stuff in it that make it extremely back heavy, and that's the main reason he falls over, is too much junk in the trunk. He does have sounds and stuff, but the screws are so stripped on my copy, I can't actually get the back panel open to put batteries in, so I can't show them to you. Sorry. But the look of this guy, though, the sheer silhouette of it looks so cool with those massive shoulder pads and like the wings on his head. I really do love the way the wings are done. I mean, he can't walk through doors normally, but I think they really do look cool. Reminds me a lot of Hotshot from Energon. The arms are a little awkward and stubby looking, but they still work as arms, so that's good. However, the shoulder rotation is in a weird spot because the way that the wings are built, they're what rotate to move the shoulders, and they're extremely stiff to keep them in place for jet mode. So sometimes I'm a bit scared to rotate them forward because I don't want to like twist the joint on the inside, but it feels pretty solid. He does come with two missile firing guns that surprisingly still have some punch to them after all these years. And the cyber key gimmick is popping out this cannon on the back and making noise, but then again, I can't open the battery compartment. Plus the gimmick kind of works better in alt mode. It doesn't really suit the robot mode that much. Posing is decent. It's good for a Unicron trilogy figure, but not great by modern standard. It has all the modern joints minus like ankle pivot, but because of how chunky and awkward he is, you can't really pose him well unless you're super careful. Also, listen to the ratchets. Transformation is super clever, especially in the legs. That has to be one of my favorite leg transformations I've ever seen. The arms kind of do a power glide and become the engines, and the rest of him just kind of folds up to become the jet. And this This is my favorite part of this toy. The jet just is. It's a super massive, chunky jet that looks like it could hold a wealth of cargo, and it's awesome, and I love this jet. And just to give you a sense of how massive this thing is, here it is next to a masterpiece jet mode. Yeah, it's big. Also, apologies for the noise in the background if you can hear anything. There are renovations being done within the house. Sorry. Love the detail on it. It's a large amounts of silver paint, the red outlines in certain places. It's so nice to look at. And this thing is not light. It's a heavy, chunky brick you could knock someone out with. Please do not do that though. The guns peg in under the wings, and the cyber key gimmick works a lot better in this mode. I'm just so happy to finally have this guy. There are a couple of repaints of this mold that I honestly would want to get all of them as well. I think it's Jetstorm and Sky Shadow. Those two I would love to get. I love Jetstorm's repaint on this guy. This lime green will give any Bionicle fan PTSD, but it does complement the dark green and the silver and look really nice overall. The color palette on this guy actually kind of works. It's just, a lot of people find it weird that it's Jetfire, and then there's like, he's Australian for some reason. Anyways, I'm really pleased with this figure. It's not the most posable and elegant, so if that's what you are into, I'm really pleased with this figure. It's not the most posable or elegant, so if that's what you're into when you go to buy a figure, then this probably isn't for you, but it's still really cool, and I'm still super happy to have it. If you're a fan of Unicron Trilogy, or just cool and interesting toys in general and don't really care about like other factors, then you should probably get this guy. It's honestly, I'm really enjoying it. There are, like I said, a few issues with him falling over, and the arms articulation's kind of weird on the shoulders, but it's still a fun and pleasant experience, and if you have the lights and sounds working on it, it's probably even better. But it's still a really cool figure, and I'd say if you could find it for like $60 to $70 or less, then I'd say it's totally worth leader price, because damn, it's a large, chunky, solid, and fun figure. But that's been my look at Cybertron Jetfire. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.